Yep, broke the wing on it. Oh, pays to have a good bird dog, let me tell you. I stopped and I just turned the button on my Tacticam. It was not in standby mode though, so I feel like it takes about 5 seconds to turn on fully. So I doubt I got the flush, but I stopped, pushed the button, and this bird got up. And I was able to get on and swing with it. And where I'm standing right now is probably a good, oh gosh, 50 yards, 60 yards from where I pulled the trigger. And I was sure I hit it, and you can see this wing here is broken. And so it hit the ground down here, and Nala took off, and then everything got real quiet. I called to her, and then I heard the bird flopping, so she must have spit it out when I called to her. But yeah, she picked it back up and got her first grouse of the morning. Kind of a note for you here. I drove the road in, and I had one bird kind of leapfrog off the road back in, so we went after it and ended up sending Nala in, and she flushed 4. I got 1 shot, didn't get any of the birds. Then we came to this trail. I have walked the entire trail, and I did not flush a single bird on the trail. We come past the end of the trail and up into this clear-cut area where there is no trail, and boy, we didn't make it 10 feet in, flushed this bird and got one. So just a tip for you here, you're gonna have to start getting off trail at this time of year. I'm still seeing a ton of birds on the main roads. So, I mean, you can road hunt, but, you know, if you're strictly just walking trails, it does pay to get off a little bit and hit some of these areas. All right, let's keep at it. Get the bird. Oh, we got our second bird. Get the bird. Hey, where's the bird? No, here. Dead bird. Dead bird. Dead bird. Dead bird. Oh, good dog. Good dog. Atta girl. Atta girl. Good girl. Oh, there's a nice big one we just got. Look down behind us and that stuff there. 2 birds got up out of it. One of them went away from me. I couldn't get on. This one came straight up past me. Nice crossing shot, and I got it. Big mature gray. So that's 2 birds, and I think the other bird might have landed. So we're gonna angle our way up that direction and see what we can find. But again, hey, off trail. We've been off trail for 15 minutes. We got 2. All right, guys, we're back on the trail here. Like I said, just in the previous clip, I didn't flush a single bird on this trail walking in. Just so you know, this is the same trail that 2 weeks ago, or not 2 weeks ago, a week ago, I limited out in 30 minutes. I came back the next day and I did a quick walk on it. I didn't have a lot of time because my son had hockey at like 11:30. So I did a quick walk, and I didn't flush hardly a bird on the trail that day either. So, you know, I was getting a little bit suspicious how much longer some of these ATV trails would continue to hold birds. I still think when you get a real nice heavy frost and a calm morning, you're going to see birds on these trails. Maybe right in the evening when they're pecking clover before they go to roost. But yeah, I got off trail, walked for about a half hour, got 2 grouse. Surprisingly, did not jump any woodcock in that spot. A few weeks ago, that spot was full of woodcock. The woodcock flight this year has been really hit or miss. I think a lot of it's because of a lack of a south wind. When you get a heavy north wind and then it switches to a south wind, those woodcock pile up in the state. It's supposed to switch to a south wind today, so I don't know if I'll be able to get out this weekend. We're gonna go pheasant hunt tomorrow with my dad and my son and my brother-in-law. But you know, it might start piling some woodcock up if we get a south wind for an extended period of time, but we've just had all north this year and that hasn't been great. Anyways, we're gonna huff it out, nice fast pace, and we're gonna get the front part of the trail where I usually get off and walk. I skipped it this morning because the sun would have been in my eyes. So hopefully we get there, we got the sun at our back, and maybe we'll find some more birds. But I mean, I don't know, it's just stunning out here right now. The leaves are just the brightest yellow, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. Ooh, you could even see my breath there for a minute. We hit mid-30s today. I haven't seen any frost, but we were right on the edge of having some frost again. So anyway, we'll catch you a little further down the trail. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and assume I didn't get that one. That'll happen when you're shooting in this kind of stuff. Okay guys, back at the truck here. Walked this area in, and that entire trail I flushed 0 grouse on. But off trail I flushed 5, and I got 2. Flushed 2 other woodcock. Might have been the same bird, but I think it was 2 separate birds. Which they're not down in that spot right now. It's been, like I mentioned before, such a hit and miss here on woodcock. They're loaded into one spot, and then other areas where they should be, they're just not there. But anyway, because I flushed all those birds off trail, I am not even going to bother looking for another trail. I'm taking my jacket off, and I'm just getting a drink here, and we are going to loop out around on the other side of this spot that I'm parked at. There's another area where a deer hunter years ago had trimmed a trail in. The snows in the winter have kind of made it so it's totally impassable to four-wheelers, so it's not a real long walk. But again, looking for areas that haven't been pounded by the ATVs, and areas that have the aspens with heavy brush in it. If you've noticed in the last week or so, the birds are not full of leaves anymore. You might get birds that are full of clover if they're on trails, but they're full of a lot of buds right now, a lot of buds. So they are kind of transitioning into that heavy brush, still with the aspens, still some of that mixed cover where you might hit the edges of some balsams and pines, but they are eating buds right now. So we're gonna make an off-trail loop and see if we can find some more. Hey, 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 hey! Well, that's embarrassing. I missed that bird all 3 shots. Jumped out of a tree. I mean, it was sitting 15 feet up in a tree. And that's always harder because they get such a head start on you. But then it came through. And I mean, it's going through this stuff, so it ain't like it's a wide open shot. But gosh, I was trying to get right up in front of the bird, and I don't know, I must have been behind him every time he hit one of these openings I squeezed. And yeah, that'll happen. So I guess trick is not to get too frustrated about it and keep on. Got it! Yes! Atta girl, get that bird! Get her! Oh, hey, look at that. We got a limit of grouse again today. I know last time I had the camera on, we only had 2. I forgot my phone on the dash of the truck. We got 2 more. And then we just came into this little spot that I was going to see if there's woodcock in it. But this is the 3rd grouse we pulled out of this spot this year. And I don't know if I got the retrieve on this one. I turned the camera on, but I either double tapped it or maybe I partially filmed it and then accidentally shut it off. But this bird jumped up in this thick stuff, and I think he was probably going to go up into these balsams and land, because he just sort of fluttered straight up in the air, and I got him when he was about 5 feet off the ground. But Null has been tracking this bird for close to 100 yards. It's about noon. So, you know, they've had a chance to be down on the ground, moving for a while. But anyway, this is our 5th grouse of the day. I should have got that flush on camera. Had the camera on the Tacticam. I definitely got a couple misses on Tacticam. I think 3 grouse that I've missed, the flushes had the camera on. So I guess we'll see when we get home and see what the footage looks like on some of the other flushes. But we're going to go see if there's any woodcock in this piece, and then maybe drive up the road and hit one more piece for woodcock, because we've only flushed 2 today and I don't have any of them. But another 5 grouse a day, that's just remarkable. I have never had a season like this, I'll just tell you that. All right, let's see if there's any woodcock in here. Got that one. There we go. Get the bird. All right, got the first woodcock of the day. I'm sorry, the shadows are just tough to film right now, but flushed 2 in here. The other one I never saw, I just heard. And they're actually sitting right on the transition line between kind of the mature woods and the more open slashing. Well, I shouldn't say open, but just like the pure slashing and some of the mixed timber. And I know there's some water back here, so we're going to keep pushing this edge back, and maybe we can pick up a couple more. Got it. Good girl, good girl, good girl. Good girl, you retrieved it so quick I couldn't even get the video on. Oh, we kind of hammered that one. Pretty bird. All right, again, I apologize, the shadows. That sun is just at that time. That's bird number 2. There are not a lot of woodcock down. I have flushed 4 or 5 total today. The first couple I flushed when I was grouse hunting, they were kind of just here and there. And then I went specifically after woodcock, flushed 2. And now we came in this piece and we flushed 2 more grouse. I think we flushed 3 grouse since we actually hit our limit. And now only 3 woodcock. So we're gonna walk the backside of this little slough, and I would hope we'd flush at least 1 more bird. And if I can shoot straight, maybe we'll get him. No, stay close. Got it. That's our 3. Girl, bring it here. Good dog. Good dog. Good girl. Yeah, that's a good dog. Well, guys, I can unload my gun. We are double limited again. 5 grouse, 3 woodcock. And I'm just gonna tell you, the woodcock, they're sparse, but they're here. Tuesday I hit this exact same spot and there was just piles of birds in here. And today I've flushed exactly 2, fired 2 shots, got 2 birds. So at least we're hitting the birds today, but double limited out. Maybe we'll get the birds lined up for a picture and check back in. That girl, good dog. I don't know how well the phone does on those woodcock, but just flushed 1. Come on, come on. Run up that hill. Get some scent up there, huh? We're heading back toward the truck though. I guess there are a few birds in here. Come on, girl. She stands there like, why are you not shooting? What's going on? All right, guys, we're back home. Got our 5 grouse. 1 that does not have a tail. Probably the most pathetic looking grouse I've ever even shot. His head is barely feathered out. He's got like 2 stumpy little tail feathers, but the rest, we got some gorgeous birds. Got our 3 woodcock for the day. And I apologize for the highway noise. I'll try to talk loud here so you can hear me, but we're right next to the road just by my house. Didn't put up the big numbers of grouse today, but I think we flushed around 16 or 17. 3 or 4 of those were after we were limited out, of course. And then I hit the first spot that I was going to look for woodcock and flushed 2, got 1. Went up to the next spot, and I got the first 2 that flushed. And then just walking back to the truck, we flushed a couple more. So there are a few woodcock down, but it's just hit or miss. You're going to hit a spot that's going to have a bunch, and then other spots that should have woodcock don't. I guess one takeaway from this hunt, all 8 birds that I got were on the first shot. 1 shot, 1 bird. The birds that I emptied my gun on, I did not get. So we're kind of to that point now where I know you get, it's different each weekend as the season progresses. You really have to shoot fast in the early season, but we've hit the point where the woods are opening up and you can get on the birds and take your time on the birds. And the birds that I did that, I knocked every single one of them down. The birds that I emptied my gun, we didn't do so hot. So anyway, that might be the end of my grouse hunting for the weekend. We're gonna go pheasant hunting tomorrow. It's the youth deer season, so we are gonna get out and we're gonna hunt some deer with my son. either way, it's time to clean the birds up, and I got to start eating some grouse. Maybe we can get out for a grouse hunt next weekend. And then the week after that, it's firearms deer season. So like I said, October it slips away so fast. I wish it lasted 30 days. I wish we had a longer transition in between the heat of September and the snow of November. But, you know, we get 1 month where we truly get that great hunting. And it's here right now. So if you get a chance the next 2 weekends, the grouse numbers are fantastic. The shooting is great. Get out there and hunt them. Miss. Cut the tree. Oh, well, starting off kind of poor this morning. Flush 2, and I have not got either one of them, although this last one, I literally cut this tree in half. You can see it's snapped off right there. And I think I said earlier in my last video that that'll happen when you're shooting and stuff like this. So it's just a matter of not getting frustrated. You got to swing with the birds, you got to shoot, and you're not going to perceive where the trees are necessarily when you're doing that. So anyway, we got about an hour to hunt. We're going to just be looking for some woodcock this morning. If we get a grouse, that'll be a nice little bonus. But we're going to hit this small piece and then go up and hit a little bit bigger piece. Whatever we got time to do. On the edge. Good dog. Good girl. Good girl. Bring it here. Come on. Good dog. Oh, finally got one. I don't know what I'm doing. I've had a lot of birds flush off my kind of offhand side where I got to try to turn my whole body and spin, and I'm just not hitting them. But we got this one here. So, I don't know, we're gonna keep at this spot. We're gonna push just this top and down, and then we're gonna head over to that other spot. Also flushed one grouse, which same thing, flushed off my offhand side and flushed hard across this little swamp, and I got one quick shot and missed it. But first bird of the morning. At least we can hit one here and there. Got it. Bring it here. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. Come on. All the way here. Come on. Come. Oh, there we got a grouse. Well, like I said, a grouse was going to be our bonus for the morning just because I don't have much time. I thought, hey, it'd be fun just to get a lot of flushes, get on the woodcock. And right up under these balsams, she stopped and she smelled. He must have been sitting there under those balsams. Then she ran down just into these aspens and put it up here. Whew. Still flopping a little bit. And honestly, I swung through it the first shot. I think it was going to try to land up in one of these trees. And then, of course, it jumped and flew. Gosh, then I dropped it way down there in the balsams. But, hey, been a good little trip out. Just, you know, could have laid in bed. Could have sat on the couch, had some coffee. You know, having an hour and a half just a quick run out and hunt is not much. It's not nearly enough. But you know what? It's worth it when you can come out and put the dog on birds, excuse me. And we have a little bit of time. Let's see if we can't get our last 2 woodcock. That'd be a great little morning right now, because they are definitely down and they are definitely in this piece. So I do a lot of talking about mixed cover, and I just want to show you what I mean by that. You see the stuff down there with green leaves on it still? That's tag alders. We got some spruce in here. Kind of runs up to the top. We got some spruce. Then we got this open popple slashing or aspen slashing. And you also got a lot of stuff growing up in the aspens. Just some grass here and there, some little weeds and bushes. And this is the stuff I love to hone in on, especially when I'm off trail like I am this morning. You come out in this brush. The grouse right now, they're full of buds. They're eating buds. They're hiding under these balsams, and then they're in these aspens. And if you can find a spot that has all of it, that is usually going to be a great little spot to hunt. Excuse me. Sometimes you get into just nonstop aspen, endless aspen, and it's almost bare dirt or just leaves underneath it because they grow so thick. They cut out the sunlight, and you will find birds in there. But stuff like this, stuff that has plants growing up in it, stuff that hits little swamp, and then you can see the mature timber back there. Just working this edge. I think I've put up 7 or 8 woodcock and 2 grouse here in about a half-hour walk. Got it. Good dog. Good girl. Come on, good girl. That's a good dog. There's a good dog. Drop it right there. Good girl. Heel. Oh, all right, good timing. We got woodcock number 2 here, and we've only got about 10 minutes left to hunt. I just flushed 2 other ones. Every woodcock I've been flushing, they've been going straight away. And it's tough if they get up in this thick stuff and they're out there 15, 20 yards already, but such pretty little birds. I just love hunting these birds so much. And you don't see them when they're on the ground. I mean, maybe if you got a pointer and they lock up, but they are camouflaged so well. All right, we're gonna throw another bullet in our gun and we're gonna see if we can get our 3rd woodcock. Hey guys, just want to check in real quick. Back home, just a short morning hunt this morning. It's a Sunday morning. My wife needed to go to town. She wanted to bring our son into hockey so that she could work a little bit. So I had to be home by 10:20. I didn't leave the house until 8:50. So with about 20 minutes of drive time to get out to my spot and back, that left me almost exactly an hour to hunt. Kind of rushing, didn't help probably, but ended up with 2 woodcock, 1 grouse. Put up about 14, 15 woodcock, and then I believe 5 grouse I flushed. Got shooting at 3 of the grouse, got 1 of them. It just seemed like every time a bird would flush, I'm a right-handed shooter, they'd flush and they'd come back at me, and when you have to turn, and then that involves moving your feet, moving your body, it's just a harder shot. Not to make excuses, I just missed a few birds today, but it was still a really fun hunt. So if you have those just kind of little spots close to home, boy, those can make for great quick hunts when you don't have a lot of time. I was not on a trail, and that was kind of the running theme of the weekend. When I hunted trails, I wasn't flushing birds. When I got off trail, even if they're small little spots that take 20 minutes to walk, I was putting up grouse and woodcock both. Basically all the grouse I got this weekend came off trail. So don't be afraid to hit those little spots. You know, when you're driving to work, when you're driving around and you see, you know, it might be 10 acres that was clear cut and it's a good age. Hit those spots, go back, walk through them. Again, you don't need a trail to grouse hunt. Get off the trails, and you're going to find birds, especially late in the year, because the ATVs have pounded those trails hard. All right, thanks for watching.